So I will tell you that years ago, I got interested in reining horses, not just because I thought it might be a cool event, but because I wanted to be able to make a horse, for whatever purpose, handier. And the reining type maneuvers do build a handier horse. So what I'm going to show you today involves the very rudiments of a reining maneuver, a rollback. But don't think, well, I'm not interested in a reining horse, so why would I watch this? If you want your horse to be handier, to be able to put him or her where you want him, this is a useful button to have on your horse that you take a hold of them, they'll sink down, turn around, go where you need to. So what we're doing up here, you'll see that Melanie is riding her 3-year-old. She's trotting her around in a circle. She got a little stick in her left hand at this point because she's going to turn right, and if she needs to, she'll drive the horse out with that stick. The tricky part to this is you don't drive your horse in the turn. You let them turn at their own pace, but then after they've turned, you drive them out fast. And that speed, that motion, will begin to bleed back into the turn, and pretty quick your horse will be dodging back pretty nice. Now, we've done this once or twice before with her. You always have to make at least 2 circles or your horse will really start to anticipate. And when you do this, you're using the fence to compress your horse, contain your horse, because this filly doesn't know from Adam what a rollback is. But she does know when she's in a trap and needs to get out. So we'll get her on a 45-degree angle to where there's a sort of a V formed by her body in the fence. Tip her nose into that V, let her turn through it, and as soon as she's about 7/8 the way through the turn, send her out. If she lopes, she lopes. We're not looking for a lope at this point, but we want her to leave strong. So make a loop around Mel. Next time, if she feels good, go ahead and roll her back. Get her on that angle. Take her back through. Yeah. And she leaves with a little statement of opinion, but with some energy. And all of that's good for a filly like this who does have opinions. When we did this the first time or two with her, oh, she'd kick out and get very foolish. But that's how it goes. You know, she had to just learn that that was not something necessary. Now, you might want your stick in the other hand in case you have to drive her out. Probably won't need to. Next time around, form that little V. Let the fence help her turn. Now see, when she doesn't steer there, work her back to where she's steering. Maneuver her over toward the fence. Put her in that V, let her stop, and come back through herself. If that didn't work, there, that was a little deep that time, but you salvaged it. She turned nicely, she left. She didn't lose her composure, that was good. And the first couple of times we did this, we would tap her a little bit with that stick to create motion. We're not having to do that today. The stick's just there as a crutch. There you go. Nice, nice. And that brings out lots of little opinions in her that we need to know about. Yep, so just steer her around a little bit there and get her steering back in order. And be aware this time when you turn her, she may run through her shoulder like that. But the secret to this is leaving strong. Whenever she feels good, don't go too deep. Good. That was a good move because she was thinking about it too much. Now, She's very predictable where she's going to run through her shoulder. So kind of start correcting that before she makes the mistake completely. Put a little water on the fire so it never gets to be a fire. Go, 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 go. There you go. Now, keep trotting. Next time, just pick up on her and stop her instead of turning her. We don't want her to think every time she stops there at the fence, it's going to involve a turn. And usually they'll tuck up and stop pretty nicely. There, nice little stop. There you go. So that's the very beginning. It lets your horse learn to come back through itself. It gets them moving off your leg. It also exposes things that you need to work on, because this little horse will look real nice going around when everything's calm, but you light her up just a little, ask her to make an effort, and you can see she could learn to be a little belligerent, run through her shoulders and so on. So we need to be aware of that. We need to find those problems before they become big problems. So that's the way you start a rollback. It's the very beginning. You can work on that, and then we'll probably put up another episode that shows the next step in the process. You can also bring your horse out in a lope. I do that a lot as they get broker. Helps them pick up their lead, helps them circle better. All of those things can be helped by this exercise. So give it a try. Hope it works.